Good morning, dear students. It gives me immense pleasure to extend you a very warm welcome on behalf of Rahul Education, who has clubbed all of us for the Moderators Seminar. We at Rahul Group provides quality learning experience to each child as we believe to progressive approach while imparting comprehensive quality education. We provide a steady ladder to our students to monitor their every step and give guidance which will help them to grow capable for their approaching exam. Before we begin, I would like to express my gratitude to our respected Chairman Sir, Sri L.R. Tiwari ji, and to our Honorable Secretary Sir, Sri Rahul L. Tiwari ji, for support and encouragement and for giving us this platform where we can reach out to many students. Dear learners, this session is especially designed for you so that you may have a right idea from the point of view of the moderators. They will guide you on how to complete your paper in limited span of time and also the weightage of each topic. This will enable you to plan your studies in such a way that studies will seem to be easier for your understanding. You will be able to you will be aware about the most likely mistakes that students normally tend to do, and this can enable you to avoid silly mistakes. Today, our guest is Madam Hemeshwari Purohit, who is going to preside over the session. The topic for today is English. Before we begin, let me introduce Hemeshwari Purohit, who is one of the moderator of the Maharashtra State Board, and she has been an examiner for 8 years and a moderator for 6 years. She has a vast detailed knowledge on the subject and will surely guide you well for as English is concerned. This session will be concluded by the query session. So, dear learners, you are requested to post your queries on the comment section, mentioning your name and your school's name. Thank you, madam. The mic is all yours.
Okay. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. Good morning
Yes,
to everyone.
ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. Good morning to all. Dear students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay. Dear students, we are going to begin or I'm going to rather guide you as to how to write English paper in a systematic manner and what all likely mistakes are committed by the students. So we'll begin with the first of all, overall presentation, I will just guide you. In overall presentation, when you write questions from the question paper, you need not copy full question. But for grammar questions, you have to write question as well as answer. Now, many students, they make mistake of writing wrong question. Means they don't attempt question according to the order that is given in the question paper. So, in order to score good marks, your question should be in order as per the question paper. The main question, the sub questions should be in order. So it becomes easy for examiner to give you marks because you get marks as per the main question. So if main question, A, you are attempting on first page, B, you are attempting somewhere else, then it becomes difficult. So all of you should follow the order of the question that is given in the question paper. And don't give your number like 1, 2, 3, A, B. Just follow the question paper. If in the question paper, question 1, capital A is there, then you write capital A. If it is small a, then you write small a. These all are looks very simple and minute things, but this is very important when you're writing paper. Now, this is overall. Now, we are just taking question wise. Hope you all are able to follow as to what I am telling you. Madam? Yes? Excuse me? Shall I continue?
Yeah, ma'am, you may go ahead. Your voice is clear.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Now we'll take question wise. In that we have sections. You know, section 1 is about language study. Section 2 is about textual passage. Section 3 is about poetry. Section 4 is about non-textual passage. Section 5 is about writing skills. And the last section, that is creative writing. Now let's start with the language study. Language study is your grammar-based questions. So here you are supposed to write, suppose if it is 1 mark question, like suppose question 1A, it carries, each question will carry 1 mark. So if suppose they have asked any, write compound words of your own. So don't write 1, write 3. You will get marks for any 2, but you are supposed to write 1 more extra in case if one of the word that you have, compound word you have written may be wrong. So in that case, 1 extra you write it. Then 2 marks question in language study. That carries 2 marks, and so you have to be very accurate. If one grammatical mistake is also there, then your half mark is cut. So do as directed. That is first question. Language study should not take you long, because I think so you have practiced till 1st to 9th. You have done a lot of grammar and you practice a lot in that. School also gives a lot of practice. So don't waste your time much there. And then we will go to section 2. That is textual passage. Now these textual passages are scene passages. You already know the content of that particular passage that is given to you already. So my advice is that instead of reading the passage, read the question first. As you will read the question, you will be able to find the answer, because content you are already aware about. You have already read, and it is explained by the teachers in the school. And one more in between, I'm telling this because I have found out that many a times you refer to many books, but whatever is given in the textbook, that is whether it is language study, whether it is vocabulary, whether it is writing skills, you are not aware as to what is given in the textbook. You may be referring to many books, but whatever exercise, whatever activities that is given in the textbook are very important, and you must concentrate on that. 90% of it comes from the textbook. So you should be, especially for the scene passages. As you all know that scene passages, you know very well. So this year you don't have to waste time. 2 scene passages of 10 marks are there, and it carries 5 question. So there you should only spend 10 minutes per passage. Within 10 minutes, you should be able to answer the scene passages. That is altogether 15 to 20 minutes you should take for 2 passages. Next, section 3rd is about poetry. So in poetry section, we have first is comprehension passages there. That poem is also scene poem. So, and altogether you have Very few poems are there in our syllabus. So whatever activities are again given in the textbook is very important, and 90% of it comes from the textbook activities only. So my advice to you all is be thorough with those activities. It will become easy for you to answer, and you will be very quick in writing this answer. If you will save your time here, then you can use that particular time for your writing skills, because writing skills you require a lot of thinking. So your poetry section, A is comprehension poem, which you are is given already, and then second is B part of it is appreciation of the poem. Now in appreciation of the poem, many students, what they do is they write according to the points in the question paper. To help you write the answer or the appreciation, points are given, but that is only to help you to write. It's not that that point you have to write point wise. If you will write point wise, your marks will be cut. So it should be in paragraph format. So don't be lazy and just go for paragraph format. Go for paragraph format. All of you strictly follow that. So many a times we come across good students also, means overall their paper is good, but then in the appreciation of the poem, they have written it in points. Now in the appreciation of the poem, if you have covered all the points in the paragraph format, you can score full marks. So it's a scoring question. So all of you must write it in paragraph format. Our next section is non-textual passage. Now, non-textual passage, you have to read it. As in that textual passage I told you, there is no need to read the passage. You have to read question and find the answer. But in non-textual passage, you are not aware about the content of the passage. And so here you will need more time. So you have to read the passage and understand it, and then write the question answers. One more thing, if in the question paper, some of the objective questions, they give it in the form of web diagram, in tabular form, true or false is there. Or in all these cases, whatever diagram is given in the question paper, you're supposed to copy as it is. Suppose a web diagram is given, you are just writing one word, you will lose marks. So whatever diagram, whatever table is given in the question paper, you are supposed to answer in that particular format only. Then true or false, right or wrong. Many a times in the question paper, true or false is given and you write right or wrong. So for that you get 0. So read the question, whether it is true or false, whether it is right or wrong, and accordingly write it. And that also should be written in full sentence. True or false, fill in the blanks. These all should be written in full sentence, not to write only the answer, like only true, only false, only the answer of the fill in the blanks. For that, your marks will be cut. In the same way, if any match A with B is given, don't write A, B and all. Don't draw the lines also. Write the question, A column, write it, and in front of that, write the correct answer. Select from the B and write correct answer in front of it. So non-textual passage, you're supposed to read it once or twice, because once if you read, you won't be able to understand. So twice you read it and then answer the question. The next question in the same category, that is in the section 4, B is summary writing. Summary writing, sometimes it happens that students students, what they do is they just elaborate it. What is summary writing? Summary writing, you are supposed to write, first of all, the title. You should know as to read the passage and see what the passage is about. And you will be well versed with the passage because you have already attempted the questions based on that passage. So you will get an overall idea as to what the passage is about and accordingly give suitable title to it. And then whatever the important points are there, underline the points and then frame your own sentence. Don't copy as it is from the passage. You have to write it in your own words. Only important points you mark in the passage and then write the summary. Section 5 is writing skills. Now, in the writing skills, I'm talking about all the writing skills. So, in the writing skills sections, you require more time because you have to think and then you have to write. So, if you save your time in writing textual passages, appreciation, and the language study, then same time can be utilized here for creative writing. Now, many a times the students are, I don't know from where they get this information, but students are misguided or they have misconception that only if we write the format also we get marks. Format in the writing skill section. Dear students, it is not so. Whatever you write, each and every word is checked. So only writing format will not give you any marks. Rather, only writing format, you'll get 0. So you have to write format as well as the content, the subject matter should be there. So when you're writing letter writing, that is, you have a choice between formal and informal letter. Now, in that formal, informal letter, it's my advice, still you have 2-3 months. First, only you decide now itself whether you will attempt formal or informal. And accordingly, practice every day one. Suppose if you go for formal, then different types of formal letter, write it every day one day. Don't write on your own. Use some reference book to write it. But every day, write one. And decide now only you are good at what? Whether you are good at writing formal or informal. Then comes information transfer. The next question is information transfer. In this question, you have a choice between verbal to non-verbal and non-verbal to verbal. Now, my advice to you is, if in the question paper paragraph is given, you go for the diagram, maybe tabular form, web diagram, flow chart, concept map, tree diagram, whatever is asked in the question, go for it. Because when you develop a paragraph, diagram is given and you develop a paragraph, you get less marks. But if the paragraph is given and you go for diagram, there are chances that your all points may be right and you will get full marks here. You can score full marks in this question if you go for diagram. If you write paragraph, when you're framing sentences, you make plenty of mistakes, grammatical mistakes, spelling mistakes and all. And that's why you lose marks there. But when paragraph is given and you are transferring it into diagram, whatever is asked according to the question, then yeah, there are chances that all the points are correct, then you will get full marks. Question number 6 is expand the theme. Expand the proverbs. Proverbs are given and you have to expand it. Now, many a times students, what they do is they just in the beginning 2-3 lines, they explain it and then they go for story. But you are not supposed to write story. You can write anecdote, small incidents you can write. Give examples in that of great people, but you cannot write stories in that. For stories, you have separate question. So don't write stories for this. And you all know that letter writing and all should be written in block format. Am I right, teachers? You might have told in the class, no? Excuse me. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. You can continue, ma'am.
No, but in the class, teachers might have instructed, no, that letter writing and all should be written in block format.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Then moving on to next question, that is views and counter views or drafting speech. Now, when you're writing views and counter views, sometimes the question is confusing in the question paper. So read the question properly. Just see in the question whether views are asked or counter views are asked. Now, view and counter view is what? Nothing but a debate. Some of you may agree. When you agree, it is view. Your views are you are expressing on that topic, and counter view is you are against it. Means you don't agree with the topic that is given. And then in the question itself, when they give the hints with the help of these points, you write your counter view. So taking those points in mind, frame one paragraph. You can add your points also. It's not that whatever is given there, that only you have to write. Then the next part, in option to view and counter view, you have speech writing or drafting a speech. Now, speech writing, give the title to the speech. The topic may be given in the question, topic will be given in the question. So write as a heading there. And you know that the speech writing is divided into 3 paragraphs. First is introducing yourself, on what occasion you are giving. And the second paragraph is you will discuss about the topic that is given to you. And at the end, you will thank or you will conclude by thanking the audience and the guest or the person, the authorities, those who have given you the opportunity to speak there. The last question is, there also you have a choice again, B, that is question number 6, B, developing a story or narrating an experience. Narrating an experience means you might have come across that experience, you might have had that experience, or you might have seen others experiencing that. Based on that, you have to write. Maybe the beginning will be given, or the end will be given, or it may happen that some quotation, some proverb will be given, and you will be asked to elaborate on that. Developing a story can be asked in 3 ways. Either the beginning is given, or the ending is given, or the proverb will be given, and you will be asked to develop a story based on that. Now, when the beginning is given and you have to begin, your story must begin with that particular line. When the ending is given, your story must end with those lines. And story always has a name, the title. So everywhere title is very important. When you're writing all the writing skills, except your letter writing, it should have title. All the writing skills, barring letter, should have heading. And see that you don't spend more time on that. And when you're writing paper, cancellations should not be there. And one more time, I will tell that all of you must follow the order of the question that is given in the question paper. Don't go for like first question you attempt and then you are attempting third question, then fifth question. No, go in order. Question number 1 should come first, 2 second, like that. Go in chronological order. Don't miss out the orders. And in the question number 2 also, suppose in passages A1, A2, A3, A4 is given. Some of you, many a times we check paper, what we come across is they have written A1, A2, A3, and then A4, A5 somewhere else, maybe in supplement somewhere. So don't do this kind of thing. It's not, you know, that examiners, moderators, they're not checking 1 or 2 papers. They have so many papers. So if your paper is proper in a systematic manner, you have written question wise, you have written, then it goes very smoothly and it enhances the spirit of examiner also. And hope that whatever I have just now told, you all have followed. Yes. So here my session ends. So if anyone has any questions. Hello. Hello. Excuse me.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Madam, what about report writing? Can you explain that?
Okay.
Ah.
Now report writing should have heading.
Okay.
Heading in a sense, if suppose students are advised to give a catchy title or catchy headlines, how we read in the newspaper. So headline should be very catchy. But suppose many students, no, they are not that creative, or they don't get on the spot, they don't get any idea. So in such case, just write simple heading, whatever is given in the question paper. In the question itself, the heading will be there. So write the heading and then.
How many paragraphs should be there?
1 paragraph also will do. There is no hard and fast rule. Okay. You write the title, means give the catchy title. Then on your left hand side, earlier what we used to do, by a student reporter, we used to write at the end. But now we are not supposed to write at the end, and we are supposed to write after the headline on the left hand side, not on right hand side.
Excuse me, can they make it 2 paragraphs?
Yes, you can. That's what I'm telling. No, there is no hard and fast rule regarding that.
Okay. Okay.
And you have to see, personal pronouns cannot be used.
Okay. Okay.
It should be in past tense. Passive voice should be used. Okay. And just now I got a question here that you can draw the diagram and all with black pen. No, only use pencil. Black pen is only used by moderators. Okay. So you cannot. And one more question was there. I didn't get. Okay. Writing skill. Writing. You cannot write. See, by law or rule, you can write. Writing skills. Okay. First. But my advice is don't do that. Don't do that. Go question wise. If you're very confident about your writing skill, then it's fine.
Madam, some students prefer writing first, writing skill.
No problem.
No problem. They can start with writing.
Yes, if you are starting with writing skill, then attempt all the writing skills first.
Okay.
And then go to question number 1.
Okay, excuse me, ma'am. They have to draw web diagram, everything in the pencil only, no?
Pencil, with pencil. No
Okay, no
other
pen
pen.
should be used, no?
No, no. And
Okay, okay.
someone asked just now, view or counter view should also have heading. Yes, all the writing skills should have heading. All the
Okay.
writing skills except letter writing.
Okay, ma'am. If they start with all the writing should be written, writing skills should be written together, no?
Yes,
If they write from the question number 6.
5. Question number
5,
5
okay.
and 6.
Yeah. Okay.
Let them complete first 5, and if they are very confident, otherwise, that students are also there in this session.
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, okay,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
okay. Anything else? And please stress more on activities that is given in the textbook. 90% of it comes from the textbook. So you should be very thorough with it. Then you will get more time for your writing skills. Okay. Anything else? Again, I told in the beginning only, it is not compulsory. But if it is there in order, it will ultimately benefit you. I told you sometimes question number 1 you have written on first page and sub question of it somewhere else. Then maybe
Hello,
due to
madam.
oversight or something. Yes, pardon?
Letter writing, the children, they can write email?
No email
No.
ID should be given.
Because
That
most
is
of
there
the
in
children, they
Hindi.
write it.
No,
Okay.
no, that is in Hindi or Marathi. Somewhere they have been asked
Okay.
to do that.
Yes,
That's why they
okay.
get confused.
Okay. Because
And
children, they keep on writing and we keep on telling them, don't write, don't. They say, we have in Hindi, we have in Marathi, then
no,
why
no,
can't
for
you?
English we don't have.
Acha, okay, okay.
Like they may
Thank
tell
you.
you that in science and all, they write A, B, match A with B in that small a, small c, like that they match. But in English, it is not allowed. You have to write that A column and in front of that correct answer.
Okay, okay.
Okay, and someone just now asked me here, appreciation, how many paragraphs it should be divided. Write the name of the poem at the top of what you are writing appreciation, and then there is no hard and fast rule. You can write it in one para itself.
Okay.
But it should be
They
in
have to
paragraph
sum up
format.
all the points and write, no?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And there also,
Yeah.
in that whatever is given, like suppose it is given the name of the poem, the title, the this figure of speech, name of the poet, they don't have to follow that order.
Okay.
All the points should be there in paragraph. Order is not important at all.
Okay.
All the points should be there, and tell them to, when they write figure of speech, suppose these all figure of speeches are there in the poem, then give at least one example of one figure of speech.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Excuse me. They need to
Okay, ma'am.
explain the figure of speech there.
Yes, that's what I'm telling. Take
Okay.
one example from the poem itself and explain.
Okay.
And other figure of speech, just they should mention just like that.
Yeah,
that these
whatever is there, they need to mention. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
And central idea of the poem, how many lines they need to write, ma'am?
2 to 3 sentences.
2 to 3 sentences. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Anything else?
No, ma'am, no questions.
No questions, madam.
Okay.
And we had already explained them. Once again, we will be explaining to them before the prelims.
And one more
Okay.
thing, no, when
Huh.
you instruct students, no, be very like, no, many of the
Huh.
students, they have a habit of writing SMS or WhatsApp language in the writing
Yes,
Yeah, that
yes,
we
skills.
yes.
need to check,
Shortcut.
ma'am. Yes, you
Yes.
Shortcut.
mostly they write you with that letter
Uh,
U. Yes.
you
Huh.
even are they
Ah,
write
yes,
like
yes.
that.
Yeah, we
And
need to pay
then,
attention. Yes.
uh, and then I as a pronoun should be capital. Many of them are
Capital. Yes.
still writing small I.
Hmm.
This is because of Corona, they have missed out 2 years, no? That is the reason.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you have to emphasize this point also, because of that they lose marks.
Okay, madam.
Okay,
And
ma'am.
writing skills, especially instruct, I don't know from where they get all this information, that
Hmm.
only if they write format they get the marks.
Hmm.
Means full marks they will not get, but they'll get a half mark one. But no marks are given if the format is
Wrong.
written.
Written.
If only
Yes.
the format is written, no marks are given. 0.
Even for grammar section also they have to write full statement, no, madam?
No, not like that. I'm talking about writing skills. Huh?
No, the grammar comes, no? Do as
Yes.
direct. In
Do it.
that they have
No need. No
no
need
need.
there. No.
Okay, they have to just put the number and write.
Yes, the number should be correct.
Okay.
So
Okay.
any 4 is given. Any 4 is given, and if they are attempting for 1, 2, and the fourth one, then
Okay.
tell them to write 1, 2, and 4, not to write 1, 2, 3.
Okay, proper question number should be put, no, ma'am?
Whatever
Yes.
question number is there in the question paper, the same
That same
question
number.
number
Okay,
should
ma'am.
come when you are answering. Otherwise, because we don't tell them to write the question, no? In the
Yeah.
do as directed section, sentence is given, and then in the bracket in detail it is given. Why to waste time in that?
Yeah.
So no need to waste time there. Only the number should be correct while
Okay.
answering.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Ma'am.
Yes.
I have seen in my papers correction that children don't follow the left alignment. So
Okay.
is it necessary for them to follow the left alignment while writing the writing skills?
Of course, left alignment and block format. Now, left alignment means all receiver's address,
Point of view.
sender's
And
address.
And two finger space should be not given, na?
No.
Because
That
I
is
have
block
seen,
format. That is block format. They should write immediately from the margin.
yes,
And
because
then
this is
in between the paragraph, they have to leave one line.
so students, did you follow that you don't have to write with giving two finger space? Yes, no, ma'am.
Paragraph, yes, your paragraph must start next to margin itself. You have to start your paragraph immediately near the margin. No leaving one finger or two finger space. And then in between two paragraph, you have to leave one line. And your receiver, senders, and your thanking you, your sincerely, everything will be on one side, left hand side. Nothing should be on right hand side. Earlier, subject also used to write in center, but now subject also in formal letter next to margin.
One more question, ma'am. In view counter view also, most of the students write the top title given as it is given the question. Sometimes the title given is from the viewpoint of view and the question asked is counter view.
Opposite. That's what I
Yeah,
told.
so
No, it is,
the title will change, right?
of course.
So
Or
this the students has to know.
no. Listen. Sometimes it's like the title that is given that is telling you that you are expressing your view. Instead of expressing your counter view, you are expressing your view. The title is such, right? But in such case, you write the title, and then when you begin your counter view, you must start like this. I totally disagree with the above statement. I totally disagree. Don't confuse them. If you will tell them to change the title, no, then it will be problem for them. They'll be confused. So
Yeah,
what
they'll
you
be
tell
confused.
in the question paper, whatever title is given, let them copy that title. And if view is given, then tell them to write, begin the view with, I totally agree with the above statement. If counter view is given, then tell them to write, I totally disagree with the above statement.
Yes, exactly. This is what I wanted to convey.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, ma'am.
May I know your good name?
I'm Rajeshwari DeCosta from Father Joseph.
Okay, okay, okay.
Any questions from teachers?
No, our doubts are cleared.
Because there
Anything,
is,
then you can ask anything.
Students have some doubt. I don't know. They did not ask anything.
no, students have asked the questions. I have just update their question in the chat box.
Okay.
3 to 5
No
questions I
problem.
just put in the chat box.
No problem. Our
Okay, so-
doubts are cleared. Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
have I answered all
Yeah.
the questions?
Yes,
yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay.
Query, one child has put that when we are doing the web diagram or flow chart, we have to draw with pencil or pen.
Pencil.
Pencil, huh? Okay.
Means again, I'm telling, there is no such hard and fast rule as to pen or pencil for that. It's not like if you'll draw with pens, your marks will be cut. But if they draw line with the pen and all, no, then the imprint of that comes on the next page. Because they use scale and all maybe, or they make it more dark. So it's better to go for pencil, dark pencil. But marks will not be cut as such if they draw with pen.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Yeah, ma'am, I have a query. Like when the children attempt the letter, the formal letter,
Okay.
do they need to mention to and from? Is it needed?
See, if they write to and from, no problem. But when they write it, they should not put comma after it.
Okay, ma'am, got it. Means even if they write, it's fine. Only they need
They,
to omit the comma.
If they put comma, then it becomes wrong.
Okay, ma'am, fine. Got the point.
So that's why most of the teachers, we advise them not to write only. If they will
That's
write,
true.
then they will put comma. No, otherwise they will not put only.
Fine, fine, ma'am.
So it's better to avoid. No need.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, got that. Thank you, ma'am.
And what happens, many a times receiver's address is returned, and then below that they leave one line and then write the date. They are not supposed to do that. Immediately after the address, the date should come. And when they are writing date, there should not be any DATE.
Yeah, that we told.
Yes, ma'am. That all is instructed. I was
That
only
all we
Okay,
for
okay.
to and from.
Okay,
Fine,
fine.
ma'am.
Fine.
There is no question from the students and the teachers also.
Okay.
Rajeshwari ma'am.
Okay, welcome. Hope that you all are satisfied.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much for your wonderful session.
Thank you, madam.
Yes, thank you all of you
Guidance.
for
Good
inviting
afternoon,
me.
everyone. Good
Thank you so
afternoon,
much, ma'am.
everyone. And the seminar has been a very enlightening one for our students, as it has imparted a lot of knowledge. On behalf of Rahul Group, I would like to thank Himeshwari Purohit ma'am for being amongst us and giving our students the deep insight into the topic and showing them some interesting facts. Also, for the motivation and encouragement, that means a lot. I would like to thank our teachers and our IT team for making all the arrangements. I also would like to thank Shri ma'am and Sanjay Carvalho sir for giving us this platform. I thank all my dear students for attending this seminar and being attentive. I'm sure this will prove to be of a great benefit to you. I would end my words here. Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your wonderful session.
All the best to all the students and the teachers.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Shall I leave now?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.